Joined now by Jim Head, who is the head coach of the Cape Breton Jets of the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League. This league is about 4 years old. Jim, what is the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League?
The Under-16 division is a division mostly made up of 15-year-old players with 4 16-year-olds allowed per team. There are 8 teams in Nova Scotia, 2 teams in New Brunswick. A new team entered the league with St. John's Knights this year. Last year with COVID and that there, Moncton team, they entered the year last year but never got to play any games. The league, which we started myself and Paul Hollingsworth and a few more from Halifax area, to develop 15-year-olds to play against themselves. I had a league strictly for 15-year-olds, but the numbers weren't the best at the start, so they allowed 4 16-year-olds to play in the league at the start of the inaugural season, and it's stayed ever since.
A number of teams in the local hockey scene have relocated to Member 2 the last few years. How long have the Jets been playing in Member 2, and how has that worked out as a home venue?
Member 2 has been great. We started the first 2 years in the Waterford Community Center. The teams weren't happy, so to speak, with the layout and the coldness of the rink. Our board members, new Member 2, this is going on our 3rd year in Member 2 with Paul Carroll and staff. The new facility and away teams just love it. They're able to leave their gear and dress rooms overnight, and we provide a lot more than other rinks around here can offer.
You've already played a few games. How has the team been going thus far, and what are your expectations for the Jets this season?
We added an under-18 player, Blake Snow, that was let go, something like Lucas Fraser last year, to continue his development. And we were fortunate enough to get Blake Snow, and he's proven dividends already. In last Sunday's game, he scored 3 goals and added an assist. We're hoping from Blake and a few returning players from Brady McDonald and that up front, we should be strong up front, and it all starts from the back end. And we added mainly strong from Dirt, Major Bantam last year, a hometown boy from the Waterford. He'll backstop us here majority of the games.
We're speaking with Jim Head, who is the head coach of the Cape Breton Jets in the U16 AAA Hockey League. The Eagles this year have a player by the name of Kean Bell, who was drafted out of the U16 League. Have you seen an increase in scouts and an attention from Q personnel with your league as time has gone on?
Yes, most of them are getting drafted in the junior A and hopefully make that jump to the Q. But there has been a number of players over the years that went right to the Q.
We always talk about the Sydney Rush and the Cape Breton West Islanders would be between 15 and 17, those players. And these would be the elite 15-year-olds that don't make that league. And as you mentioned, too, you have your 4 overage players. Your 15-year-olds, a lot of the time, they would have the option to play with the Jets, or if they're on the west side of the island, the Cabot Highlanders. But you also have high school hockey. Are the best grade 10 players that aren't playing U18, do they typically go play for the Jets, or would they go to their high school team, or does it depend on the player?
Depending on the high school there, we're getting mostly the grade 10 players coming out at the 15-year level with under 16, because at high school, they usually take grade 11, 12 players, and the older players like 17, 18, and it gives us a chance for our program to develop the under 16 players. And it has worked out really good the last number of years. They play a year. If you don't make the jump to under 18, they play the next few years of their high school there.
All these players would be technically eligible to play with the Islanders on the west side, and of course the Rush on this side.
We have a boundary where so many kids can go to under 18 Rush here with the Jets, and so many kids go from the Highlanders to the West Isle up in Fort Hood.
For those that are coming out to watch the Jets in Member 2, who are some of the key players on this year's team?
We have returning James Jobs. He's our captain this year. With this league, 15-year-olds, if they're still 15 between September 1st and December 31st, they're eligible to come back to play the second year as a 15-year-old because of the good birthday. We were very fortunate enough to have 2 or 3 guys in that category this year, too, with James Jobs, the defenseman forward, who's seen a number of games with the Rush last year as an affiliate, and Brady McDonald back this year, too. We're very fortunate to have them kids here.
I wanted to ask about a player who played for your team last year, Lucas Fraser, the goaltender, who has signed on to be a part of the Eagles protected list.
Lucas is a phenomenal young man. Not only a great goaltender at his age right now, he had a little bit of disappointment being sent down last year, not making the under 18, but he bounced back with a tremendous year in under 16 with the Jets. He backstopped us there. We had a team that was at the bottom of the pack, took us right to Game 5 with top of the pack in the playoffs and almost pulled a major upset with Lucas winning 2 of them games almost single-handedly. Lucas signing with the Eagles, I think they got stability there. You never know. If he gets his opportunity, he can turn some heads because the number of scouts that were after him last year was unbelievable. He has a walk-on this year at Yarmouth. They're interested in him playing full-time next year.
A lot of responsibility on his plate being part of that TELUS Cup hosting Rush team, so we look forward to watching him as well as your team. Thanks for telling us about everything going on with the Cape Breton Jets. Best of luck this season.
Thanks, Patrick. Good luck to the Eagles.
That's Jim Head. He is the head coach of the Cape Breton Jets of the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League, joining us at the intermission.